Hello and welcome to the Business Dashboard on City TV. My name is Bobi Osei. Coming up on the dashboard today, government charged to assess the impact of the laws. Also on the dashboard, MTN's listing on Bears pushes total value of the Ghana Stock Exchange to 62 on. We'll tell you why. Details of these stories and others, including exclusive interviews, analysis on the trending business issues in the next 30 minutes. Let's take our first story. Advantage of the country's local content laws. A new research from Imani has shown. According to the research, Ghanaian companies are unable to harness the full benefits of joint ventures under the local content laws in the mining sector, oil sector, and the construction sector. There is more in this report.
Presenting the findings of a research named "Is Ghana Ready for More Local Content?" as a forum, a research associate at the Center for Energy and Natural Resource with Imani Africa, Barbara Ando, recommended that it is time to undertake an assessment of the benefits of local content to Ghana's economic development. Highlighting some aspects of the research, she stated that the study touched on relevant issues emerging from comparative studies from 8 different countries, such as Brazil, South Africa, Botswana, Zambia, Zimbabwe, and Nigeria, among others. An analysis of the country experiences revealed that while some countries have achieved significant success with their local content regulations, others have not been so successful. Ms. Ando cautioned that the issue of local content must be addressed with tact, not to appear as though the policy is being pushed on foreign companies when local companies are unable to improve their capacity.
Tendency to send negative signals to foreign investors, which may eventually inform their decision to carry out business within the country. We saw this clearly in the case of Zimbabwe. Given that their indigenization policy was quite extreme, some of the companies stopped operations and there was investor flight. In Ghana currently, we've not had such a situation where the impact of foreign investment has been so great, but there's a general concern about future investment.
Given some recommendations, the research work stated that it will be useful for the government and other public sector agencies to develop a comprehensive metrics and frameworks to appropriately track year-on-year achievements of local content targets or improvements in local content levels. It's added that the framework must include key indicators, milestones, and outcomes, as well as emerging risks and how they will be mitigated. The research also stated that in line with tackling and measuring local content improvements, it is needful for the government to bolster monitoring of both local entrepreneurs and foreign investors in the light of local content partnership. This, the report said, will ensure compliance and facilitate the attainment of desired outcomes. Another important point to consider in the recommendations was for cost-benefit analysis to be undertaken before local content policies are extended to other sectors.
So, government has been cautioned against favoring new business ideas over already existing businesses in its implementation of the One District, One Factory policy. For some stakeholders, support for already established businesses is critical to the success of the 1D1F policy. But how much focus should government put on already established businesses as it implements the 1D1F policy? We have more in this report.
The NPP, prior to winning power in December 2016, promised to build at least one factory in every district in the country. But over 18 months into office, government has been accused of failing to deliver on the promise. After the Minister of Trade, Alan Kyerematen, failed to provide statistics on the projects under the One District, One Factory before Parliament, the Chief Executive Officer of the National Entrepreneurship and Innovation Plan, NEIP, revealed that so far 19 factories have been completed nationwide. But what can be done to accelerate the number of projects commissioned under the 1D1F policy? The chairman of Group Indum, Dr. Papakwesi Indum, says there is a need for a focus on already established businesses.
My point number 3 has to do one district, one factory. It's a wonderful idea. But we can't do one district, one factory by bringing just new entities. It won't work. They don't have the experience. So the one district, one factory must also be on the backs, to a great extent, on those who are there already. Those who are there already. So if you come to my district, yes, if you bring more new factories to my district, we'll be happy. But we have some there, including my own. And to be clear, we are assembling televisions, we are assembling refrigerators, we are assembling set-top boxes. We have built an industrial enclave there, and we do the takeaway packages that we export them. Now, something like that there, we can do a partnership with government and expand it, make it bigger, learn from our mistakes, and it will move. And I'll make you an offer.
For Dr. Joseph Siao Ajipong, the executive chairman of the Jospong Group of Companies, structured support for local businesses from government is the only way to accelerate the country's industrialization agenda and the achievement of the goals under the 1D1F policy.
Why are the foreign businesses in Ghana thriving and developing? They have acquired skills more than 50 years. Those foreign companies you see in Ghana moving, they acquired from their leaders 50 years back. We are just yesterday. So if you want us to be par with them, there should be a medium of graduating us and developing, as I use the tricycle as a narrative, so that we can get there. I think that formula will be the best, because we want a total Ghana beyond 80, not semi-Ghana. And that you get to the destination better than leaving that individually, because you see, Ghana government, you can make us, you can revolve us. We read into your policy, your budget, your vision, your manifesto. We don't have a manifesto of our own. It's what you bring, we've galvanized around it, so you can make us and unmake us. Make us by taking us from a level. If we lack knowledge, add it. If we lack skills, one day.
Well, the chairman of the Jospong Group of Companies was speaking at the 2018 Ghana Economic Forum. Away from that, the total value of the Ghana Stock Exchange has reached 65 billion cedis. It follows the successful listing of MTN on the stock market, as it is the largest volume of offer in the history of the Ghana Stock Exchange. The following report has more.
MTN becomes the 40th company to list on the Ghana Stock Exchange. It is also the first telecom company to list on the Bourse. The Deputy Managing Director of the Stock Exchange, Echo, affirms that the successful listing of MTN should increase the capitalization of the market significantly.
It's going to have a very significant. It's taking a market cap from 55 billion to 40. It's going to improve liquidity on this market because of the large retail investor base. For us at the exchange, this is what we expect companies to do in Ghana. We expect private companies to go out there, raise money, and list and provide opportunities for Ghanaians to create wealth.
The telecom company was unable to secure the 3.5 billion cedis it targeted in the initial public offering, as it fell short by some 2.3 billion cedis. Nonetheless, its ability to attract 1.6 billion cedis is described as highly commendable, as it was thrice the minimum amount it required to list on the Ghana Stock Exchange. The CEO of MTN, Selom Adadivo, says his outfit will duly comply with all regulatory requirements to stay relevant to its new shareholders.
MTN, so from that perspective, we want to reassure the SEC that we already have those processes in place, and where there are very specific requirements for this market.
Meanwhile, the industry regulator for the securities market, that is the Securities and Exchange Commission, is confident that its new regulations should see to the protection of all customers of the various investments within the market. Daniel Ogbami Tete is the CEO of the Securities and Exchange Commission.
Essentially, we want to direct our operators on how to effectively and ethically manage their businesses in the interest of the issue that, together with a number of other guidelines that we've worked on. The idea is to ensure that will be observed, or the operators will comply.
Had been traded at 75 pesos per share.
The installers say their job is being threatened by the Togolese as they are preferred over them due to their charges. But what is accounting for this development, and how important are tile installers in the housing industry? There is more in this report.
According to the Ghanaian tile installers, the contractors prefer to use the Togolese installers based in Ghana as they charge lower rates compared to theirs. Robert is a tile installer.
That one, they exchange their money, they get enough. But our money is, I don't know, the value is lower. But when they go there and go and change their money into their currency, they get higher. So any rate you give them, they do accept it to work.
Tiling is one relevant part that adds tile in the construction industry. Tiles are manufactured pieces of hard-wearing material such as ceramic, stone, metal, or even glass, generally used for covering roofs, floors, walls, showers, or other objects such as tabletops. But just like all others that come in various qualities and sizes, these tiles also come in the same trend. Tiles come in 4 various types: the ceramic tiles, porcelain tiles, the marble tiles, and then the granite. Project manager at Rivonia Ghana Limited, Herbert Edu, throws further light on the various types of tiles.
Ceramic tiling to porcelain tiling, and then we do either marble or granite. So depending on how luxury you want to finish it, how well you want to finish it, you decide on which one to choose. And it also has something to do with the funding. I mean, how much you are prepared to spend. The ceramic tiling, we also have we use the rough finishing or the matte tiling for areas where you know that there will be water, because the matte finishing it's a bit rough. So when it's exposed to water, you can comfortably walk on it without falling. And then the polished one normally is used for the bedrooms, the living rooms, and stuff like that.
But how lucrative is this business? Robert and Ima, also a tile installer, lets me in on how much they earn through this business.
Well, if things go well, you can get about for yourself about 10,000.
Right, 150 to 200 cedis for you. And when it comes to tiles, okay, we deal in square meter, we charge with square meter. Okay, so I can't say maybe I'll charge 150 or 200 cedis for a room, but an average room is like 18 per square meter, 18 square meter. You get it? And then I charge 15 cedis per square meter. So you can multiply that and then you get the charge.
About 2 years ago, a Chinese company, Twyford, set up a manufacturing hub to produce good quality tiles to Ghanaians. But it seems they are not able to meet the huge demand in Ghana. As Mr. Edu tells me, they are still importing huge containers of tiles to meet their growing demand.
So for bigger companies who are doing their own construction, like we are doing here, we are talking about 5,000, 6,000 square meters. We can't rely on the local market here. So we go out there to buy.
He, together with Robert, believe the high unemployment issue facing the country could be solved should government set up a tile factory.
It will help. So coming up with factories that will produce these stuffs, fine.
But Kwame, a tile seller, tells me he deals solely in Ghanaian tiles as a way of promoting made in Ghana products. He also tells me prices of the local tiles are cheaper as compared to the
floor tiles. So what tiles have a price, you sell it 30 Ghana. Yeah, and floor tile we sell it 38. Aside the two, we have 60 by 60 also. Yeah, we also that is 65.
Wow, I must say it's quite heavy, and it feels durable too. Well, now you know what type of tile to go for to shoot that perfect finishing touch needed for that house style. Reporting from Oyibi for City Business News, my name is Jessica Ayoko Ai.
You're still watching. 16 other shareholders of defunct Unibank. We'll tell you more when we return.
Good evening, this is The Point of View. We're live on City TV.
Tune in to The Point of View, Mondays and PM as Bernard Avlet takes the news further. He will bring the right guests, ask them the relevant questions, and get you the real insights you need on us for the day.
We need taxes to run the economy. How do you do it sensibly and have the least pernicious effect in terms of cascading through the economy? And I think that is the thinking that is required. It's not a denial that we need taxes, you know, and I think that is the difference in the two administrations.
The Point of View with Bernard Avlet, Monday and Wednesday nights, only on City TV.
Quero ver todo mundo balançando, ninguém pode ficar parado, essa loucura!
Witness the twisted and tangled story of betrayal. Carmenia, a woman led by greed, gets rid of her husband who is and sends Rita away to a filthy landfill. Rita finds love in Batata, but they are soon separated by adoption into different families, far away from each other. Many years of twists, turns, suspense and thrilling action in Brazil Avenue. Brazil Avenue, coming soon only on City TV. Brazil Avenue.
You're welcome back to the Business Dashboard on City TV. My name is Bobi Osei. Let's take you to the insurance sector for our next story. Now, new entrant in the country has for years remained relatively low and is currently below 2%. Serene Insurance, which was launched today, said it will offer products such as motor insurance, custom bonds, general bonds, among others. My colleague Anita Atta was at the launch and has more in the following report.
Speaking to City Business News at the sidelines of the launch of Serene Insurance,
that we are going to serve our clients and be prompt when it comes to claim payments. And the products we talk about, I think the Deputy Minister spoke about prophecy. We have come to realize that this professional indemnity, a lot of they went for surgery, they left the scissors in, and to cover some of these things.
Meanwhile, Executive Chairman of Sky Group, which is the mother company of Serene Insurance,
in pursuit of our vision, plans are far advanced to relocate the headquarters of the Serene Insurance Company, which is temporarily premised at the first floor of the First Sky Towers, to Accra. In this regard, I'm pleased to announce that a property has been acquired behind Fiesta Royal Hotel on the N1 highway in Accra to be developed into an ultra-modern 6-floor towers house as a permanent headquarters of Serene Insurance by the year 2019.
The board chairman of the National Insurance Commission, Emmanuel Ray Ankra, said the commission will not allow the insurance industry in Ghana to collapse.
All this turmoil which we've seen in the banking sector will not come into the insurance industry. So I can assure all Ghanaians that a lot is being done, and very, very soon we shall roll out a program which will show to Ghanaians that we are really taking this job seriously And we do not
sue Dr. Kwabena Dufo and 16 other shareholders of the now defunct bank over the repayment of a 5.7 billion cedi debt. The debt, according to the receiver, was left by the shareholders, and in the suit before the court, the receiver contends that the defendants breached their duties as directors of the defunct bank and are liable for all the loss to Unibank Ghana Limited by their acts of breach. There is more in this News Desk report.
The other 16 defendants, Kwabena Dufo II, Professor Newman Kojo Kusi, as well as Kofi Chere, chances and the acquisition of assets in the names of the shareholders, their related interests and or persons related to the shareholders are in the statement of claim by Mr. Amano Joju 6, an order directing the defendant to return and or Mr. Amano Joju is praying that the court orders for the Inspector General of the Ghana Police Service and or any other officer designated by him to take immediate steps and to do all necessary acts to assist the registrar and or officers of the Honorable Court to execute the orders of the court. The suit by Mr. Amano Joju comes weeks after a similar one filed by Dr. Kwabena Dufo, license of the Consolidated Bank null and void.
Well, staying with the crisis in the banking sector, a member of Parliament's Finance Committee, Isaac Adongo, has boycotted the ongoing probe by the committee. Now, despite numerous petitions to the Speaker to open up the process, the hearing
for press conferences, I can't be part of this. This is a rubber stamp process. It will deliver no value. I am not willing to be part of it. These are the documents they gave to the of banking sector, press release by Bank of Ghana, press release, governance speech. When it comes to KPMG, they only give you conditions and opinions of Unibank. There were 5 asset quality reviews at Unibank. There were 4 of them in 1 month. We don't even have that report. They claim that there was a preliminary work that was done by KPMG to take a decision to go into it. We don't have that report. We don't even know the terms of reference they did. We don't even know what contract we signed with Boulders. We don't even know the full report of Boulders except executive summary of Boulders. Why will I sit in that meeting? I won't sit in that meeting.
So what explanation is coming from the
They are just trying to cover up. That's all they are trying to do. Because these are the documents. That makes sense to me. I can't see how the state will spend 8 billion. Close to 6,000 jobs are being lost. A parliamentary inquiry, and this is what they bring to me, and I want to be part of that meeting and give credit to that kind of a meeting. I don't take part in rubber stamp meetings. Yep. Those documents will give me a clearer understanding of what happened and know what the governor tells me. I must read the documents and ask the appropriate questions for the governor to answer. If I read the Boulders report, can't I understand it?
Thank you very much.
Well, on that note, for today's international story, there's waiting up to a month for the congestion. Lagos State Governor Akin Wunmi Ambode recently added his voice to the call for ailing ports in other parts of the country to be revived. On that note, we bring to an end today's edition of the Business Dashboard on Citi TV. My name is Bobby Osei. For more business news, do visit citybusinessnews.com. Well, we'll come your way tomorrow with more of the latest stories from the world of business. Keep watching Citi TV.
Are revealed. Prime Minister Theresa May says the suspects are agents of Russia's military intelligence agency. Also coming up, a growing international chorus warns the Syrian government against a looming attack on rebel-held Idlib province. The U.S. now doubling down, threatening to retaliate if Syrian forces use chemical weapons. I'm Layla Harak. It's great to have you along, everyone. Well, we start off in the UK, where prosecutors have charged 2 Russian men with a nerve agent attack on former Russian spy Sergei Skripal and his daughter earlier this year. The British government believes that the suspects are members of Russia's military intelligence agency and that their operation almost certainly received the seal of approval from the Kremlin.
These are the men British prosecutors have